I'm Brandon London, and welcome to another edition of Giants Huddle Podcast. Today's guest, he's a rookie, but the boy has been playing like a vet as of recently. We've got wide receiver Darius Slayton here, but before we get into talking with Darius and going one-on-one with him, I want to remind Big Blue, I want to remind you fans that the Giants Huddle Podcast can be found on all of your favorite podcast platforms. So go ahead, do yourself a favor, make sure you subscribe to it, and all the other Giants podcasts as well. I mean, there's Giants Rewind with Carl Banks. There's Big Blue Kickoff Live. And you can also find our podcast network at giants.com/podcast. And if you have a smartphone, because no one has flip phones anymore, you can get it on the Giants mobile app. Now, Big Blue, can I get a little get a little drum roll going on here for wide receiver Darius Slayton. He joins us. What's going on, man?
Not much, man.
You're a very quiet guy. But when you get out on the field, your play speaks loudly. Like, have you always been quiet? What's the deal when it comes to that? Like your temperament?
Yeah, I've always been kind of a calm guy, just in general.
Yeah.
Just pretty even keel all the time. Never really too high, never really too low.
Yeah.
Not really that emotional, so to speak. But football is probably the one avenue of life where, my personality, emotion, it brings, the inner passion in me out.
So, and that's different than what we're used to here when it comes to Giants receivers. We're the rock stars. They're all, you go back, you could just name receiver after receiver who has made plays here. They're kind of like rock stars. So has it been a huge adjustment for you to get to know and get used to the New York media and its fan?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had no idea there was this much media coverage. I wasn't expecting, media every day at practice, after practice.
Yeah.
So it's almost like 24/7, but starting to get used to it over time.
All right, let's talk about the team first before we get into kind of talking about your personal goals and self-analyzation on your season you're having team-wise. We're going into the second game of the second half of the season. What's some of the things you can tell us that Coach Pat Shurmur has been talking to you guys about in the team meeting rooms when you guys meet?
Just doing the little things right. A lot of times, the difference between winning and losing in games is just doing the small things.
Yeah.
So, like, people handling their assignments, everybody being on the same page and just trying to make sure that we cross all our T's, dot all our I's.
And when it comes to crossing the T's and dotting the I's, is that something where you guys look at it and you look at some of the games and you're like, man, we're one step away, or man, we're not completed, incomplete ball away? Or is it like, how do you guys feel when you go back and you've watched the tape on some of these heartbreaking losses?
Most of our losses, been close games. When you play a close games, there's obviously a few plays here and there that, if they go your way, you probably win or have a lot better chance to win the game. So you definitely go back and look at those things, and kind of at the end of the day, it just comes down to execution, consistent execution.
I mean, that's the NFL, consistent execution. Yeah. That's what makes pros be pros. Last but not least, talking about the team as an overall, what's like a model that Coach Shurmur has got? You got a motto or slogan in terms of finishing the season? Is there anything you guys are using in terms of motivation or slogan?
Maybe just forget it. Attack was kind of one of his themes.
Forget it. Attack.
Just like if something goes bad, if something goes good or bad, because at the end of the day, you can't live on one good play for the whole game, and you definitely can't live on one bad play. So just kind of forget it. Attack. And that's just kind of been like a little mantra of his. We've kind of adopted as a team, as far as just, clear your mind, focus on the next play, and be ready to go.
And that's been helping you as a rookie, forget things in terms of like a bad play and attack the next play.
Definitely.
All right. So let's go into the receiver locker room, because I'm a former receiver here. I love our receivers: Sterling Shepard, Golden Tate, Benny Fowler. You guys are really coming along, making plays for Daniel Jones. Take us inside the receiver room. Who are the leaders? Who are the jokers? Like, what's it like being in a New York Giant receiver room right now?
It's pretty crazy. You know, we got a lot of personalities in there, like you said.
Yes, you do.
You know, Golden Sterling's a huge personality. Russell Shepard's a massive personality.
Yeah.
You know, but you have your quiet guys. You know, me, Cody Latimer. You know, CC, kind of more of the quieter guys in the room. But, you know, we all get along really well. And, you know, I feel like we'll play well, you know, once we all get on the field at the same time.
And when you guys, you get into the meeting rooms, you get it, and you're watching tape together, what are some of the things you guys are saying to yourselves in terms of, hey, we're doing this really well? And what are some of the things you're saying to yourself when it comes to, hey, we got to be better as a receiving core doing X, Y, or Z?
You know, for the most part, receivers, you know, I think we're hard on ourselves individually. One, about getting open, and then two, once you're open, catching the ball.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, wide receivers for a reason. So, you know, I think we do a good job of holding each other accountable with those types of things. And, you know, ultimately, and also, you know, making sure we're on point in the run game.
Yeah.
You know, because oftentimes in order to spring a long run, it's going to take perimeter blocking. So, you know, I think we do a good job of managing that within the room.
When you talk about perimeter blocking, my rookie year, I was here with Plaxico Burress and Amani Toomer, two of the best perimeter blocking wide receivers that I've been blessed to have played with. And I remember Plaxico used to always get upset with guys if they miss a block in practice, they missed a block in game, because he and Amani would pride themselves in blocking, and so they wanted all the other receivers to block as well. And this may be a boring question to you guys, Big Blue, because I know you think of receivers, you want the flashiness, the downfield catches, but who's the best blocker in that room as a receiver?
Ooh. Best blocker, probably Benny or Cody.
Okay.
They're also two of the biggest in the room,
yeah.
which helps a little bit. Yeah. But probably one of them two. They both do a good job blocking.
Who leads the room in knockdowns?
Ooh, knockdowns.
Do y'all record that?
It's a lot harder to get them. You know, these
Really?
new rules, you know, kind of with the blind side blocks and stuff like that. It's a lot harder to get them, but probably Benny.
Okay, Benny Fowler,
yeah.
I see. Hey, is Benny Fowler ever going? You know, he has the loose sleeves on his jersey. Is he ever going to tighten him that up a little bit?
Yeah, it was, and he was like, "I'm gonna go with the loose sleeves."
I'm gonna go with the loose sleeves.
I was like, you know, I feel like that was one thing that was like an Eli Manning thing, and like nobody else.
No one else.
You know,
maybe Darryl
like,
Green as well.
Yeah. You know, like Eli still had the long sleeves and it was cool. Like that was his thing. But you know, I feel like it was just a him thing. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
At least that was my 2 cents to Benny. Obviously, he didn't listen to me, but you know, he wanted to go with it. So.
If there are anyone around in Jersey, New York, the tri-state area that can hem Benny Fowler's shoulder jersey over his shoulder pads, go look at it. Just tell me what you think. You know, I'll pay that cost to get those hemmed. Let's talk about Daniel Jones. I mean, you guys come in together. You guys got that dynamic in between in terms of rookie quarterback, rookie wide receiver. When did you feel like, or what moment did you feel like, hey, me and this guy, we're clicking?
I was actually just telling somebody literally yesterday about like when we first came in for rookie mini camp, and it was just us rookies out there. And I remember we were doing one-on-ones, and I ran a go, and I just remember, you know, I'm launching it, and it was just, you know, right in my hands, caught it in stride. And for me, from that point forward, I was like, that's my guy.
That's
you
my
know,
guy.
if you can drop a long ball on me like that, being a speed guy, you know,
stop bragging.
You know,
Stop bragging.
That's all I need, you know. So. You know, I've felt like since the first day he's been here, you know, he's handled himself tremendously, and you know, obviously it's paid off for him.
Yeah, take me into a huddle. Take me into one of the huddles on a moment where you guys you need this drive or you need to make a play. What's his temperament like? Give us the Daniel Jones that we don't get to see.
You know, I think Dan's we're similar in the sense of like off the field, it's like not a whole lot of, you know, flash, rah, you know, but in the moment, in the heat of the game, I mean, he's definitely can be intense. You know, there's times where, you know, we knew we needed to drive and go score, we knew we needed to go drive and get a field goal, whatever, and you know, and he'll get in the huddle, and, you know, come on guys, let's go, come on, let's go, put the ball in the end zone right here, you know, those kind of things, and you know, I think you know that it comes out of him in that competitive environment.
All right, yeah, and I mean, this guy. He's come onto the scene. He's been looking great. I mean, he trademarked Danny Dimes, even though I know he really didn't like that nickname at all. What has he said about that nickname?
He hasn't really talked much about it. Russell Shepard wasn't a fan of it. He felt like we should try to get another hashtag going.
Yep.
But it's stuck now.
Right now, Giants Huddle Podcast, Darius Slayton, you have the chance right now to get a new hashtag going for Daniel Jones.
Pressure.
I'm putting you on the spot. Pressure. It's the NFL. You're always feeling some sort of pressure. Give us the new hashtag for Daniel Jones. And I just had to talk long to give you a little bit of time to think of something. Yeah.
I mean, we call him DJ. I feel like
hashtag DJ. That's
I know you can't
like
hashtag
jockey, DJ Khaled.
Oh man, that's tough.
I'll give you to the end of the show.
Yeah,
I'll
give me some minutes to think about it. I'll have something for you.
All right, last minute. Before we get into talking about you and your success and your growth, let's talk about 2-6 because you said earlier you didn't expect the New York media and the fans and the interviews and all to be like it is. 2-6 and Saquon Barkley is who we're talking about, has come in and he's doing chunky suit commercials, Nike commercials. While at the same time taking care of business on the field. What kind of things do you see in him in terms of his on the field work ethic and his off the field branding, marketing, and the way he handles himself as a professional?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how he does it. When we first came in, kind of in the summer even, I mean, it seemed like every day I looked up and he was filming something or he was somewhere doing. And I don't know how I'd be able to manage it if I was him, just having to always, be doing stuff like that. But, I mean, he does a great job of managing it. It doesn't seem to ever distract him from the game. It doesn't seem to ever distract him from practice. He never misses anything. Yeah. So, obviously whatever he's doing works. He's still a great player on the field. Obviously, I'm sure he wished he probably, had a more up to this point. I'm sure he wishes he, had some more explosive games or whatever. But I think that definitely just comes from, us as a whole. Yeah. Helping him. We got a block on the perimeter, we got a block up front, and because we know he's a special player.
What's he like as a leader?
I think he's a good leader. I mean, he's not a super rah-rah guy, kind of unless he needs to be. Yeah. If the energy is down, if the energy isn't right, he'll try to get us going. Obviously in games, he'll make a crazy play and that'll get us going. So, I think he does a good job as a leader.
All right. We've talked about the offense. We've talked about the receivers. We've talked about Daniel Jones. We've talked about Saquon Barkley. Now it's time to shift the focus on you. And I want to apologize because when I was coming in here during training camp, I was coming in like once a week, 2 times a week, doing stuff with the fans. And I was excited to see Darius Slayton. I'm like, I want to see Darius Slayton. I want to see what he looks like in the offense. Hamstring injury kind of plagued you throughout training camp and you weren't able to really practice. And, I'm a man where I can look at you in your eyes and say, I apologize because I was like, man, I want this guy out there. I want this guy to get out there. And I'm sure there's a lot of New York media and fans who felt the same way. But since you have stepped on the scene, you have been balling. So when you're in those training camp moments, when you're off to the side getting rehab and not being able to practice, did you think in your head that you would have 5 touchdowns and you would be the explosive receiver that you are right now at this point? Be honest with me too.
At the time, no, because I was just trying to get healthy. Yeah. And I hate missing time. I hate being off the field. And obviously that's kind of like the first impression. Yeah. That first training camp, your rookie year, and I, in the back of my mind, I knew that. And last thing you want to do is get a reputation as a guy, who doesn't, maybe doesn't want to play or, is just trying to, ride the pine, so to speak. So I definitely, was just kind of upset with myself at the time, upset with the situation. But, I definitely was working every day trying to get back as quick as possible.
Yeah. Fast forward to when you took the field your first game. What were your emotions like? What were you feeling? Like, take us through the routine. Take us through when you woke up that morning. You were like, yo, this is going to be my first NFL game. Take us from everything. Who'd you call? What music did you play? What What dances were you doing to get yourself pumped? Just take us through that day.
I mean, it was Tampa. I woke up in a hotel. I talked to one of my friends plays for Tampa, or actually two of my college teammates played for Tampa. Deep corner at that. So one of them starts. So, I talked to the other one. At the time he was injured. He didn't play, but I talked to him the day before, whatever, just, what's up, and just kind of the day of the game, I just didn't know what to expect. I wasn't even sure, if I was going to be active, those kind of last minute things where
really?
Yeah, there's people up and down, and as I've come to learn, on game day, there's, kind of sometimes last minute this guy gets hurt or doesn't, whatever. So
but you practice all week.
Yeah, but I was still kind of coming off the leg, we were still wasn't 100%. So, I was hoping I would play a lot or play at any, but wasn't really sure, but obviously, got a chance to be active that game and, played a lot of snaps that game.
Now, when the fireworks and stuff went off and you took the field, what was going through your head then?
Just
I saw that. I saw it in your eyes when, ladies and gentlemen, Big Blue, when he went, it was something in his eyes and he smiled. So yeah. I want to hear this story.
Just like surreal, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you dream of playing. I dreamed of playing in the NFL since like as far as back as I can remember.
Yeah.
And so to be running out on the field, about to play my first NFL game, it was just dream like, so it was a special moment for me.
And then I want to go to that deep post. Is that deep post you call? I think you got us down to what, the 4-yard line? I mean, you gotta get in there. Take us through that play because Daniel Jones was mobile and he was accurate on the throw. Take us through that play. Was it a broken play? Was it called? Like what happened there?
No, it was a called play, and
you don't honestly, have to get a play name. You don't have to get a play. Give us your route.
Yeah. I had a post, and after I didn't know that he, was running the other way, got hit through. I thought the way the ball looked, as well as it was thrown, I thought, just stand in the pocket, chilling, threw a good ball.
Yeah.
And, after the game, I obviously saw the video of the clip, and I was like, man, this guy's different.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of quarterbacks, see hits coming and, the ball's off. I mean, he threw a dime.
Yeah.
So.
Hence Danny Dimes.
Yeah, that was really impressive to me in general. But I've heard a lot of people be like, oh, you got to get in the end zone right there. Honestly, I was like, I'm wide open. This is my first NFL game. I'm not dropping the ball.
Gotta make this.
Yeah, I was like, this ball is not getting dropped. That's all I was thinking in my head was don't drop the ball. So I caught it, secured it. And I was like, great, made the play. Let's go.
And then from there, I think your confidence probably just grew from there, and you knew that, hey, I can play in this league. So let's go to the Minnesota game because Xavier Rhodes is one of those corners to where when you're working out in the summertime, you're like, yo, I get to go up against Xavier Rhodes. I get to go up against a Josh Norman, that sort of thing. You made him look average that day. You made him look really average. So was it that moment when you scored that touchdown? What was going through your head then? Is that moment where I've officially arrived? New York, what's up? D. Slayton in the building.
It was definitely like I can do this moment, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, because he's a really good player, like you said, and I was able to beat him on a route deep, and obviously Dan threw another good ball, reach out and grab it, and it was for sure just a I can do this moment.
Yeah. Going forward for the rest of the season, what do you want to see from yourself? Well, let's go. What do you want to see from the team first? Team first around here. And then what kind of goals and standards are you putting on yourself as well to finish out this this NFL season?
I think as a team, just the ultimate goal is to win.
Yeah.
So we got 6 games left to go 6-0 through this back half of the season. I feel like that's our biggest team goal, number one goal. I love to win. I want to win every time we go out there on the field. So I'm gonna be fighting hard to win, and I know my teammates will do the same.
What about yourself though?
For myself, I just want to continue to make plays when the ball comes my way. With Sterling back now, we got Sterling, we got Golden, myself, Benny Fowler, Cody Latimer. We got a lot of guys that can get the ball.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, for me, I'm not looking I'm not, like, I need 10 catches again.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good. If I get the ball 3 or 4 times and have a chance to make a play, at the end of the day, I feel like that's all I can ask for,
Yeah. All right, so let's have some fun right now, man, because you've been in New York for about 6 to 8 months now. You've been around. You got a chance to go into the city, I imagine. You guys went to a Yankee game, or was it Yankee or Mets game you guys went to as the rookies? Oh, man, you don't even
I didn't go.
It was a Yankees game.
I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there? Oh, all right. So since you've been here, I know you're from Georgia, and you're Falcons guy and probably a Braves guy. But I'm gonna give you these questions really fast, and I need fast response. Yankees or Mets?
Yankees.
Ooh. Say it with your chest, though, because there's some Mets fans out there. They may come up to you on the street, man. I'm letting you know right now. This is New York. They're crazy out there.
I'm going to go Yankees just because they're the big, I guess, they got a lot of great baseball players, so I'll go Yankees.
Okay, Knicks or Nets?
Knicks.
Ooh, even with Kyrie and KD Trey?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's easy to say the Nets now, but, like, I was a huge Carmelo Anthony. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, basketball. Okay. But, like, I was a huge Carmelo Anthony fan when he was playing. And so, and the Knicks are a story franchise. So, and I hope RJ Barrett does well.
All right. Knicks. Rangers or Islanders?
Oh, I don't know anything about hockey.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, all right, Big Blue. Someone has to take this guy to a Rangers game. Bro, Rangers
from Georgia.
games
There's no hockey in Georgia.
It's the Atlanta Thrashers.
Have been gone for 6 years.
Oh, have they? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
They've been gone for like 5 years.
I guess I'm not a hockey guy either. But I've been to a Rangers game, man. That was a lot of fun. So, Big Blue out there, if anyone wants to volunteer their services or tickets to take Darius Slayton to a Rangers and or Islanders game, let's get this guy on the ice. It's a fast-paced game, man. It's quality sports when you go to a hockey game. Red Bulls or NYFC? Football.
Oh man, I don't know.
You're not a soccer guy?
I like World Cup.
Oh my gosh.
Other than that, no. We just got a soccer team. Atlanta just got a soccer team.
And they're good.
They are. And the games, I've heard, are wonderful. But it's been 2 years.
Big Blue, I hate to impose again, but can someone take this guy to one of the soccer team franchises? Like, get him something. All right. Favorite New York musician, artist, rapper?
Oh, boy. Probably Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
All right, Jiggy Man. Do you know any? Give me an old school Jay-Z song.
Oh man, not that big of a Jay-Z fan.
Come on, man. You're making me feel old here, man.
I can't name an old Jay-Z song.
No.
You know how many artists come out of Atlanta? Hundreds.
You're in New Jersey, New York now, and they come here.
I guess I gotta educate myself on New York rappers, New Jersey rappers. I'll get back to you on that one.
All right. Have you been able to go to a Broadway play? What's something you like to do in the city?
Yeah, actually, we went to see The Lion King on Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was actually shockingly great experience.
Why so?
I don't know. I mean, you hear about Broadway and all that type of stuff, but plays are kind of, there's movies and stuff now, Netflix and all kind of stuff. So, but it was I was surprised, and I guess I shouldn't have been because it's Broadway, but the talent level, the singing and everything about the production was it was really well done.
The artistry.
Yeah.
You respect art. You respect people who work their tails off to put together or to entertain you. And so what are some, what does Darius Slayton like to do when he leaves Quest Diagnostics?
Go home, pick up the sticks, play the game.
Play video games.
Yeah.
That's such a rookie move.
That's what I do.
That is such a rookie move. My rookie year, me and Steve Smith, who used to play, Steve Smith that went to USC. He was a second-round draft pick here. The first thing him, Aaron Ross, Mike Johnson, Ahmad Bradshaw, that rookie class, the first thing we would do when we would leave here was go to Aaron Ross's basement and play video games all day. Then everyone gets in their cars, go home, go back to practice the next day, go back to Aaron Ross's house.
Yep.
That's just...
Well, I mean, these days you got the internet, so you just play with your buddies online.
So why'd you have to say it like that? What do you mean? What do you mean these days you have the internet? What do you mean by
y'all
that?
are that old? But I'm just saying.
It's 2007. We had internet in 2007 as well, but the game lagged from time to time.
Yeah, it's a little far back.
But
Wi-Fi was pretty new then.
Your generation likes to just sit in your house and use the internet to connect. We used to sit around and hang out together.
Kind of didn't have a choice.
Sorry. Are you a Fortnite guy? Like what video games you play? Because I can guarantee you, Big Blue Giants fans will hit you up to play Madden, Fortnite. They did it all the time with Snacks Harrison when he was here.
I'm not a big Fortnite guy. When it comes to Battle Royale, it's more Apex, PUBG. Play Madden, 2K. Got Gears of War. This is my first Gears of War game. Got Gears of War 5. I play a lot of stuff.
No FIFA?
Stuff. Nah, no FIFA.
Oh, man.
Not a soccer guy. I don't like soccer. It's too hard to get the ball. Like in football, you get a possession. Like, give me the ball. Let me have my possession.
What do you mean?
I don't like having to give me my possession. You had your possession to score on my goal. All right, now give me my. I don't want to have to keep chasing.
So you want a participation possession?
Yeah, no.
Your generation
like
just you want the ball because it says it's your turn to have the ball. When you score in soccer, the next team automatically gets the ball.
But you score like twice a game.
No, you don't. It's I equate a touchdown to a goal in soccer.
No.
If you score 3 goals, that's 3 touchdowns, 21 points.
No,
3 goals.
It's just completely different.
All right, man. All right, I see there's this whole gender gap thing going on right now.
I can't do.
I found a gray hair in my beard the other day, and you're talking about we didn't have internet back in my day, so we can go ahead and end this. But give a shout out to Big Blue, the Giants fans, man. I do the tailgates before the games. One name that continuously comes up in terms of someone who they want to see continue to do well is Darius Slayton. So you get a lot of love from Big Blue. So if you can give them a shout out right now, tell them how you feel.
Yeah, man, I appreciate all the Giants fans. Since I've been here, I've started playing. Particularly they've just showed a lot of love, whether it be social media or I've been out and about and ran into. I went back to Auburn last week.
Really?
And no exaggeration, I was in Auburn. I ran into probably 10 or 15 people from New York.
Wow.
Like, hey, I'm from New York. Hey, I'm from Jersey. I'm a big Giants fan. And it's just really cool, to be able to see people, meet people like that. So, if I've ever met you or you've ever reached out in any way in a positive manner, I just want you to know I appreciate it.
Hey, they show love out here, man. They absolutely show love. So, definitely. Big Blue, I want you. Before we get off, social media handles. Where can they find you? Because I know you're active on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm a decent tweeter.
I see you. I thought Twitter was for us old guys. When you on Twitter?
Yeah. I think my Twitter's YoungSlay_2, I believe.
You're one of those guys with an underscore. Why do you need to have an underscore in your name?
You still got it. That was back when it was first. Underscores used to be cool back.
Oh,
in the day.
back when the internet came out.
Yeah.
Okay. Back in the day, underscores were cool. All right. So it is. Let me get this one for you. It's Young_Slay2.
Yep.
You got 16K followers. You're only following 558 people.
Yeah. I follow mostly people I know and other athletes.
You don't follow me, bro.
You don't follow me.
I do follow you.
No, you don't.
I do follow you.
That's
because
false.
I had to tweet the whole Panini trading card, Panini Blitz trading card thing.
I didn't see that.
Of course, because you don't follow me. So, I mean, clearly we're not friends.
I'll make sure.
Thank you.
To follow you today.
Thank you. And I'm gonna check up on that too, Big Blue, to see if he's a man of his word. But we want to thank Darius Slayton for joining us today, and we want to thank all of Big Blue Giants Nation out there for listening to the Giants Huddle podcast. You know it can be found on Giants.com and the Giants mobile app and all of your favorite podcast streaming platforms, along with the rest of the Giants podcasts and the networks. And make sure you check out Giants First and 10, Giants Access Blue, all of the content that we have coming out for you all. Look, the second half of the season, we're looking to, win games, rally the fan base. So we thank you all for your support. Thank you for being with us. Darius Slayton, I guess we're out of here, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys having me.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.